Hey, what's up, Bates Electric? My name is Steven. Hey, in this video, I'm going to show you 3 things you can do today to bring in more high quality electrical jobs to your business. So by the end of this video, if you can see that I have the technical know-how to get you more high quality jobs, then shoot me back a message and we can chat. Or you can just take this information and implement it yourself, and that's fine as well. So I don't want to waste any more of your time or mine, so I'm going to jump right into this. The 3 things I'm going to be going over are content, citations, and backlinks. So content. Content is everything on your front page here. Now, most business owners, they understand the importance of content on their front page, but they're unclear on how much content and what type of content Google is actually looking for to rank them accordingly. So I went ahead and grabbed all the words on your front page here and I put them in a word counter. Now, the reason this is important is Google usually likes to see at least 1,500 words of content on a homepage. You're almost there, a little bit more effort, and you would be there. This gives you plenty of opportunity to put in what we call buyer intent keywords and keywords phrases. These are what people are searching for when they're searching for your services with the intent to purchase them. So, once you get up to that word count, it's what type of content next, right? So I pulled up your top competitor in the area. Well, the top two. I usually pull up one, but these two are nipping at each other's heels and they're going back and forth. At this moment, Michael and Sons is number one. So I pulled them up in a tool here that I've got a subscription to, and it gives me some behind the scenes view of what Google actually uses to rank websites. So in the past 30 days, Michael and Sons location page for electric services was found for 39 keywords and it was clicked on 861 times. Now, I went ahead and put your website in here and for your location page for Charlotte, and it was found for 28 keywords, but it was only clicked on 46 times. So we can actually go back to Michael and Sons and click on their keywords here, and we can see what they're being found for. So they're being found for all these location-based buyer intent keywords. That's why they're getting all this traffic. One of the reasons why. And when I tallied up all of Charlotte, the Charlotte-based searches, it comes up to 3,410 buyer intent keyword searches in the past 30 days. So electrician Charlotte NC is the main one at 720 searches in the past 30 days. And their site was clicked on 182 times just for that search. So let's go back to yours and let's click on your keywords and see what you are being found at for. And it looks like you've got a lot of them. Let me see if you've got that main one. No, it doesn't look like you've got that main one. So what I would suggest is you go and you find what they have and you put all these on your site. You don't just want to put them on once. You want to go into their site, find out how many times they have each of those phrases. So if the ones that they have on one time, you'd want to put them on your site twice. The ones that they have on twice, you'd want to put on at least 3 times. You want to beat them out. So if you have more content on your homepage than your competition and more of the keywords that people are searching for, you will dominate this area for as far as content is. The second thing I'd like to go over are citations. Now, when people are searching these terms like electrician, Charlotte NC, Google studies have shown that 45% or right around 45% of people that are searching for these terms are clicking on one of these businesses in this section. This section is what's called the map pack, and it has everything to do with your Google business profile. Now, most people believe to get ranked in here, it has to do with reviews, but that is not the case. It doesn't have to do with reviews necessarily or pictures or anything like that. It has everything to do with citations. So, what is a citation? A citation is your business's name, address, and phone number on an online directory somewhere. A directory like Angie, Yelp, Yellow Pages, White Pages. These are all directories, and there's a ton of them. And we found that if you're in at least 300 to 400 directories, that's usually enough to give you the edge and dominate this area right here, this map pack. Good news is there's actually tools that are available that will show you what and how many citations each of these businesses have. So literally, we could see how many citations On Time Electrical has. Say, for example, they have 250. You'd go down the list, match all those citations, grab them for yourself. You don't want to stop there. You want at the very least 50 more. But like I said, between 300 and 400 should put you up the top of this list to where you are the authority in the map pack. Now, underneath the map pack, right underneath, is Google's organic search results list. Now, unfortunately, you're not truly number one. This is skewed right now because I've clicked on your site a few times and it's been cached in my computer. And the way Google works, if you click on a business so many times, it's going to put your most often visited site as number one. So that's not true. You are actually on, well, for that keyword, you're not even ranking for that keyword. So you shouldn't be brought up at all for that keyword. But anyway, we're here. So this number one spot will get right around 40% of clicks for everybody searching for these terms. So as before I said, this was 45 in the map pack. This is 40 by itself. It's not split up. It's all by itself. So the main driver here are backlinks. So what are backlinks? It's other relevant websites linking back to your website, and they work kind of like online referrals. And the more relevant that site is that links back to you, the better. So, for example, let's say you have a local blog page or a popular industry site linking back to you. That's what's going to help push you up in the rankings in Google. However, since you're an electrical company, say you have a pizza site linking to you, that's no good because you don't sell pizza, right? So before I was pulling up this site, now let's pull up the other number one, or the other top competitor, One Time Electrical. So I pulled them up in this tool as well. And before we were looking at the keywords, now let's look at the backlinks. This has a backlink profile section. Right now, they have 662 active backlinks. That is links pointing back to them from other websites. You guys have 276, which is actually really good, but it's not really about quantity here, right? It's about relevance. So since we see that they're one of the top sites, you'd want to go into their backlinks by clicking the number, go down this entire list and match all these backlinks, meaning, well, except for these ones that say spam, these are actually counterproductive. You don't want those. Those will actually hurt your site. But everything else, these sites right here, you'd reach out to those sites and you'd acquire backlinks or links from them linking back to you all the way down the list. If you were to do this with just this site, this would put you in competition for that number one spot. But what would ensure you to be on top of that list and run away with that top spot is if you go back here and you look at all like the top 3 to 5 companies and you go to their website and you do the same thing we just did and match all their backlinks, eventually you would truly be in this number one spot and you would be getting all that traffic. If you were to do that and get all those citations, you would be number one here as well, and you would become the authority when it came to electrical companies in Raleigh, or not Raleigh, in Charlotte. I'm sorry. So just to recap what we went over today, the first thing is going to be content. So you want at least 1,500 words on your front page with the right keywords and the right amount of keywords. Second time is going to be citations. So you want to be in at least 300 to 400 directories to really dominate this section right here. And then lastly is going to be backlinks, meaning you need more relevant websites linking back to your site to show Google that you guys are the authority when it comes to electrical companies in Charlotte, and then you would truly be number one here. So now, like I said at the beginning, you can take this information and implement it yourself, or if you have a marketing company that you deal with, you can pass this information to them, or you could just save yourself some time, take the most effective route, book yourself a discovery call with me. Again, my name's Steven. I live right here in North Carolina. You can just reply back to this email, or you can call me at 910-551-2006. But I hope this was educational for you, and I showed you a few things that you can go ahead and implement today. Start claiming more high quality jobs, start outranking your competition in Charlotte. At the very least, I just ask that you give me some feedback on this video. Let me know how I did. But other than that, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care, and I appreciate your time. Bye-bye.